The day was quiet when I first met him. The sky was soft and pale. I was sitting near the window in a small room. I liked to watch people walk by. He came every morning at the same time. He bought tea from the shop near my house. One day, he looked at me and smiled. His smile was gentle and slow. I felt warm inside. We did not talk that day. We only looked at each other. The next day, he smiled again. I smiled back. After many days, he said hello. His voice was calm. My heart felt light. We started to talk a little every day. Simple words. Simple laughs. He told me about his work. I told him about my dreams. We shared small stories. We shared quiet moments. The days felt safe. The world felt kind. I thought this would never end. I believed he would always remember me. As days passed, we became closer. We walked together in the evening. We talked about the sky, the rain, and life. He listened to me. I listened to him. We sat on the same bench every night. I felt seen. I felt known. He remembered small things about me. He remembered my favorite color. He remembered how I liked my tea. That made me happy. I felt special. Sometimes he brought me flowers. They were small, but they were enough. I thought love was simple like this. Quiet and warm. I trusted him. I gave him my time. I gave him my heart. I believed we were growing together. I believed we were walking on the same road. One morning, he did not come. I waited near the window. I waited for hours. The tea shop opened and closed. Still, he did not come. I felt a small fear inside me. The next day, he did not come again. I tried to stay calm. I told myself he was busy. On the third day, I saw him walking by. He did not look at me. I called his name. He stopped. He looked at me like a stranger. His eyes were empty. He asked me who I was. My heart stopped. I felt cold. I tried to smile. I tried to remind him. I told him our story. He listened but did not feel it. He said he did not remember me. I felt lost after that moment. I went home slowly. My hands were shaking. My mind was full of questions. How could he forget me? We shared so much. We talked every day. We laughed together. I cried that night. My tears were silent. I did not want anyone to hear me. I felt small and broken. The next day, I saw him again. I tried to talk to him. He was kind, but distant. He smiled, but it was not the same smile. He talked like he talked to anyone else. I realized he was truly gone from my life, even though he was still there. Days passed, and the pain stayed. I walked alone in the evenings. The bench felt empty. The sky felt heavy. I remembered his voice. I remembered his smile. I remembered everything. He remembered nothing. That hurt the most. I wanted to scream. I wanted to ask why. But I stayed quiet. I did not want to force my place in his life. I knew love cannot be forced. I tried to be strong. I tried to move on. But my heart was slow. It needed time. One day, I saw him with someone else. They were laughing. She looked happy. He looked happy too. My heart ached. I turned away. I told myself this was life. People come and go. Memories fade. Love changes. I went home and sat by the window again. I watched the street. I breathed slowly. I told myself I would be okay. I started to focus on myself. I read books. I walked alone. I learned to enjoy silence. I learned to enjoy my own company. The pain was still there, but it was softer. I understood that forgetting does not mean the moments were fake. They were real to me. That was enough. One evening, he came to the tea shop again. He looked at me. He smiled. It was a polite smile. I smiled back. This time I did not feel pain. I felt calm. I knew who I was. I knew my worth. I did not need his memory to feel real. I walked past him without stopping. My steps were slow but steady. The street felt familiar. The sky felt gentle. I felt free. I learned that sometimes people forget us, but we must not forget ourselves. Life moved on. Days changed. Seasons changed. I grew stronger. I carried the story inside me, not as pain, but as a lesson. Love can be beautiful, even if it ends. I sat on the bench one last time. I smiled at the sky. I felt thankful. I stood up and walked away. I did not look back. I knew I would love again. I knew I would trust again. I knew my heart was still alive. He forgot me, but I remembered myself.